What's going on, people? Anything Goes podcast episode 35. I think it's 35.
You're 35.
I haven't done this for a while. And when we have, it's been on Zoom.
It's been too long, man. It's been right. What is this? Week 13?
I think it's longer than that.
I mean, obviously, I'm talking about quarantine.
I've started like. I say started, it's been a while, like,
What,
it'll be
losing track?
Tuesday and I'll be like, what a nice Sunday outside.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm really enjoying this October in
has gone out the window.
2028.
Like, I think on top of everything else, because everyone has kind of been stuck at home and stuff, they've kind of had to change their daily routines to the point where even when you check the time and it's 5 o'clock, you go toilet, come back upstairs, it's 8:30. Like, time is a mess right now.
Yeah, I'll be like...
Forget days.
If I look at the time and it's like 9, and I'll be like, it's bedtime in about 12 hours. And then I'll just be like sitting there doing whatever, on PlayStation.
And you look at the time, 16 hours have gone.
Yeah, like, and it's just like 4:30 in the morning. I'm like, I should probably go to sleep. Like, lockdown seems like it's
a break.
Slowly
this is a
coming
break.
to an end. Slowly. Like, pubs are open tomorrow. Not that we go to pubs. Everyone's back at work. Shops are open.
I think we're going to start going to outdoor pubs, mate.
And I'm seeing, like, now day parties and stuff like that next month.
They're going back on sale,
mid-July. So, hopefully, touch wood, that by...
I nearly let go of the table.
This is wood. Hopefully by September...
You're being nice.
Listen,
2020 is cancelled because there's no carnival.
If there's no... Yeah. Well, I got to say it again.
But yeah,
September,
if outgoing activities kind of return back to normal,
resume.
I'm not gonna lie to you, because of how things have been. I don't know if I had a nightmare or a dream or whatever, but I don't see it going back.
You know what? You know what's mad? That
I don't see it going back.
It's
everything for change.
Oh yeah, obviously it's gonna it's gonna be like now, like in China they just wear masks anyway since SARS. Like, walk around. I think a lot of people are just gonna walk about like that now anyway. But like, I'm just hoping that by September, normal life, i.e., like just going out wherever. I'm not thinking, is it open today, and all that, and like being able to, I don't know, just like things are open properly. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you
put it this way, we come from an era where we could go somewhere and be early, and the capacity could be 500, and 2 hours later there's 900 people in this club. I don't think we're ever going to get back to that again, because they're probably going to be so much stricter on things like that. I think that's how it's going to be.
Obviously, the 14th of next month, football training starts again.
Football's football, though.
But that's like, and then like you've got these day parties that are being arranged. So cinemas are opening, shops are open. Like,
but do you think they're
slowly
gonna?
Building
I feel like
people.
they're gonna be trying to keep some sort of distance between people in places like cinemas and other places.
No, yeah, they're still doing social distancing, but like I think I can't remember what it's called, but there's like a level of threat.
So it's gone up.
That's come down.
Yeah, I know, from 4 to 3.
Yeah, it's come down.
Yeah.
So like,
what are you hoping by September it goes down again, or?
See, I don't believe September. It's just a hope. From where we are, from say mid-May to mid-June.
Yeah.
The changes. And like from mid-April to mid-May, it seemed like the world was ending.
Listen, right now, nothing makes any sense because of how this whole thing has come out. All the bullshit that's been let's just say, portrayed by the news and shit. From what we know about, how many mad behind the doors link ups has been going on? How many street parties, how many this, how many that.
That rave in Manchester was 6,000 people.
That was that.
If
what about North London where they had that?
Oh, the block party.
Bruv, listen. So like you got all these things right now. Yeah, that was at least 2 weeks ago, right?
Might a bit, maybe a little less. Oh no.
Listen,
how long is 2 weeks? Is that 11 days?
But yeah, either way, we're at a point where it's like we should, if people were unhealthy, we should see the effects.
If there was going to be a second peak,
it
would be now.
It'll be
now.
Tomorrow.
Right now.
It'll be tomorrow.
All the secret raves, all the protests, all the football lads going down there. And
do you know? I forgot about the protest. The protest has just got a random bunch of people, and a good high number amongst people. Like it's good. It's good to see so many, just people in general protesting because.
Well, depends what protest.
I'm talking about the
if you're talking about going down there and just
swinging with feds,
getting burst and just swinging feds.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the positive approach of even people that aren't black that are supporting just the Black Lives Matter and things like that. Like I'm not even gonna give them the other man any time because they don't deserve it. But I mean, in general, like it's like life has always been weird and. Your whole approach and your perspective is based on your surroundings and what you grow up around. And you and I both know we've had a taste of similar lifestyles, and then you've gone and tasted something else, and you know how you feel about that. What a nice drink!
Tasted it,
but yeah. So you know how we feel about the whole thing, but it's like no matter what, like.
You know what I was thinking the other day, and it's a bit like I don't know what you'd call it, spiritual or whatever, but
what?
Like
this spiritual?
It's not spiritual, it's the wrong word, but I'm brain dead. This whole like couple of weeks / month, I feel more mature now because of people that I've known for so long. And with the whole Black Lives Matter thing.
Oh, how they reacting to it.
So many people have been on one side and the other that, like, more than ever, I've had to think about how I feel. And there's certain people that was on the wrong side that I can now, like...
Cut them out.
I wasn't talking to them like that anyway.
Yeah,
but if I saw them, it'd be nostalgia and how you been and all that. And now if I wouldn't even acknowledge them.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've like grown up because of everything going on.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I wonder if there's like points from like the generation above where there's been something that's happened that's caused the same thing. Because I've seen people that have known each other for years, for 20 years,
just cut each other out.
And now cutting each other out because of their different views.
Yeah.
And like you're seeing friends and family falling out and all that. Like it's mad that this happens. Like Black Lives Matter happens. It's always been there, but the whole George Floyd situation happens while everyone's on lockdown.
Yeah,
it's mad how we've never seen.
It's coincidental.
We've never seen a pandemic like this. Like
affect us.
Not that we've never seen it like this, but like in our recent history, we've never seen a pandemic like this that's affected the whole world.
Lives.
It's like a video game where it's affected the whole world, and then straight after, and during a movement like. The whole Black Lives Matter thing has happened where that's also taken over the whole world. I saw people in America, England.
Listen, do you know what's more mad?
In Sweden.
What's more mad than Black Lives Matter? The people that are anti-Black Lives Matter. As you said, like the people that have their views about, the anti-Black Lives Matter crowd, bro. It's like, it's not, like, I'm happy and glad to say that I don't know anyone. And as you know what I'm like on social media. I don't give 28 shits. I don't even use it half of the time. So, like, it's kind of like I'm naive to all of the bullshit, but like I still get glimpses of seeing certain things that allow me to
just
reevaluate.
So much confusion.
Oh my! It's not confusion. These people have been under the radar for time. They've been under the radar.
The people that was down there in central London doing shit.
Oh, them guys.
That's not confusion.
No. That's
the people that you're talking about.
It's just wrong.
The people that the people that you'd never think would be on that side, it's just confusion. I had to do a whole Insta story because I had school friends saying like, All Lives Matter changed my mind on posts.
Yeah, but that's why I think it's important. Like your point of view is very important because from your background to your life experiences to growing up to your newer life experiences, your point of view is very. It's not just based off of growing up one place and seeing one thing.
Yeah, I've got very different, not different view. I know my views on it, but I've got different perspectives because whether it's family, I'm in the middle of one side white, one side black, and I grew up in a very like underlying racist area, which is East London, and anyone from East London knows it. There's a lot of underlying racism there. Sometimes it's not even underlying. Like,
that's why I'm laughing, by the way.
Then you go to school, and in my school, I think there was 6 black boys, and then from my memory, which isn't great of school times, I might have been the only mixed race one. And I'm not even a mixed race. But I think there was 6 black boys, and then me mixed race, and the rest was white people. And there may have been 2 or 3 black girls in my whole year.
Yeah, no, that's all mad still.
And then like,
listen, I'm not gonna lie. My year in my school, I think there was about
the opposite.
12 white guys. Yeah,
that's what happens when you move to Essex.
Yeah, there was about, it was completely different. But again, I grew up in a predominantly white area, and I was the only one from my primary school who went to my secondary school. Like
I was the same.
Yeah.
Obviously, I moved to Essex. I was the only one there.
It was the maddest transition ever.
When I got there to Essex, I was still talking like an Essex kid. Like, I'm not like an East London kid. Sorry, all these Essex kids around me.
They didn't know what was going on.
All their Essex stuff, and I was there like, and like someone fell over in front. No, blood buckled over. And they were just like, "What is this? Like, what is going on?" And then you grow up, leave school, go college. It was the same thing in college.
Yeah, no, I don't know about all of that. Like, and then I went to a college in Essex, but it wasn't that. There was diversity, man.
And then like you get to like our age, and you've seen it a lot, and then this happens, and it's just like it finally clicks in your head, and it's like, oh, why am I even like where I'm now? Why am I even trying to change this person's mind? I'm wasting time on actually doing something.
On losing battles. Yeah. Like, but think about me and you personally, like, for what is it? Let's say it's going on like 8-9 years, yeah? For the last 8-9 plus years, how many different kind of experiences have we had non-stop? And imagine the way we met wasn't based on anything other than good energy and good vibes.
That's what Funky House does.
Literally. But like, so after the Funky House, we've, like me and you, we've always just grown closer and closer. And then it comes to a point like, how many experiences have you seen me have with police that we always end up in a situation where I don't even want to talk about.
That's why this was like the people I went to school with that were saying all lives matter. Like they were saying like white privilege is a myth and it doesn't exist. And then like people were agreeing.
What do you think about
like,
white privilege?
Like you can't say something's a myth that you live in. You can't like.
No. Can you?
I was making this point. If someone smells of BO, and they always like that's what they smell like. They don't use deodorant and stuff like that. Everyone around them smells the BO. They don't, because they live with it. You will never take notice. Your nose is so used to it. Your life is so used to your white privilege that maybe you've stopped realizing that it is. Have you ever, the people, if they won't be watching this, but if you're one of them people that think white privilege is a myth, if you've ever driven a nice car and got nervous driving past police because they might pull you over just in case you got it illegally, that's white privilege. If you've ever gone for a job interview with a black person and you've both got the same qualifications,
but you get a job,
maybe not every time. Sometimes it's a toss of a coin.
90-10.
Like
90-10.
Yeah,
like
90-10.
Me and you going for the same job. My qualifications have got to be a good 6 times better than yours. Plus, my past experiences need to stick out in avenues that they are looking for. Otherwise, if I'm just a basic average don, you're getting a job.
Like police-wise, me and you.
No, don't.
Don't even
talk about the defense situation.
Police was being a bit rough for someone across the road. I shouted out something. The police ran over
and they
stopped me and threw Tech into the shop barriers and put him in handcuffs straight away. And I'm still standing there, just nothing. No one's even touched me. And like straight away, I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like I'm the one that said something. Why? What are you doing? Get off! Like I was asking for badges, like badge numbers, names, everything. I was like, why am I not in handcuffs if I'm the one that said it? And first of all, are you even allowed to put someone in handcuffs for shouting something out and all that? But like, it's like, how bait can you be to just run over and straight away just throw the black person and put him in handcuffs? Because what? Because he's definitely the one that said it.
Do you know what's more mad about that whole situation? We know, no matter if I'm burst, I will duck these men. But why am I just going to run away from a situation when I haven't done anything? That is the problem. So we're now where we now find ourselves in a mixed up position. You're now confused because they're treating me like shit. And I'm now confused because I know I could leave these motherfuckers for days. But I'm like, why am I going to run? I haven't done anything. So this is what pushes people to get to the point where they're like, why wait for that to happen when I can just run? Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, then from the other angle, the feds are like, why are you running? Are you guilty? And it's like, I know I weren't guilty. So I had nothing to run for.
I'm running because I'm nervous about where this is going to go.
And
if I wasn't there screaming and shouting, what are you doing to him? Like, what's going on?
I think man would have got nicked.
I mean, it was my fault that they even came over.
Yeah, but I think I would have got nicked on that.
If they had come over
easily. If you ducked out staying quiet, like, it was a joke kind of thing, like, you imagine if you was one of those guys that were just shook after you said something, and that was it.
If I was one of them guys that as soon as I see the police move, I'll run, and you hadn't even noticed.
I'm getting nicked. I'm getting nicked easily. But like, that's not the only problem or altercation we've had with police. But the whole point is,
I'm just giving examples.
It's a generic one, but
and they're examples that I'm giving, and I live with white privilege because I might be mixed race, and you could never ever tell me any different. If we see people out and we gets into a conversation and I say or someone else says that I am part Jamaican, most people laugh because they think I'm having a joke. You'll never find anyone prouder to be mixed race than me. But I still live with white privilege because I do. I look like a white boy walking around. And they're examples I can give that I've seen with my own eyes that I can't count how many times my friends have told me that they've been pulled over and all they was doing was driving normally. And the stuff that I do when I drive. And I would never even get nervous driving around police.
Do you know what's worse? The people that get pulled over are the ones that normally wouldn't get nervous and things like that. It doesn't make no difference. Like, for instance, you know what? Right now, I don't even like talking about it, but right now, I'm going to touch wood because how many times have I ever talked to you about getting stopped by feds? And you've seen the way I drive.
You get stopped the least, but like Blair.
The least? I've never been stopped. I've never been stopped by feds, ever. Like, me personally driving, I've never been stopped. And I'm pissed now because I know it's going to happen from now on moving forward. But I'm lig, so I will pull over. Yeah, but the point is,
the amount of times Blair or Terror or even JP, like, I got pulled over. Like, why? I don't know. Because they drive nice cars.
And we're currently living in a day and age where we're just used to that behaviour, and it's sad. Like, I think even to the point where, like, you know, when I was living in Forest Gate and that, like, you used to see the police around a lot, and they would never do anything. And you know, in the back of your mind, something just goes, you know why they're not doing anything. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's good because you've at least given it the time to notice there's a difference between how people are being treated. But obviously that might just be down to your taste, your preference, your whatever. Like, you know, who you're around and who you want to be around may change the fact that how you look at life is more wider viewed than people that stick in their house every day, go work, come home, and oh look, another black guy's on the news. Oh look, this guy's on the news.
That's the thing about these people that say like
they're stuck in that bubble.
They're in a bubble, which is what I was saying when I said you can't say something's a myth that you live in. These people don't have I don't really have like maybe 3 white friends that I talk to regularly.
But one of them don't count. T don't count.
Oh, TK.
T don't count.
TK.
He's the one. Shout out to T.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, these people that have that point of view, like, barely have interaction with black people. They're like, what are they moaning about? Like, I don't see it. I don't
get it like that.
I've never seen that, so it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what it is. And this whole podcast episode has now become Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
But
it's not about that. It's more. It can't really be Black Lives Matter. It's your opinion, your voice, your view.
That's like I said earlier. It's confusion. I see Twitter yesterday. British Lives Matter was trending.
No, it wasn't.
And I was like, I can't believe how people that were saying all lives matter, you can't just say Black Lives Matter, all lives matter, and then so hypocritical that they're gonna say British Lives Matter. Do not other nationalities matter then? So like, it's so hypocritical. Black Lives Matter doesn't mean Black Lives Matter more. There is no ... more.
Yeah.
Just Black Lives Matter. They matter the same as every other life, and you know, in America and here, not everywhere else, but
because we don't know
they matter the same as everyone else. We want to be treated the same as everyone else. We want the same opportunities as everyone else. That's it. There's no, Black Lives Matter more than white lives, more than
whatever
Asian lives, more than any other lives. And if you are one of those, we hate you. That's not what it is.
Yeah. Real talk. Do you know what? Do you know what hit me the hardest? Yeah. When, not the whole movement, but when the whole George Floyd thing happened, like, it was at a point, like, we're literally, the whole world is virtually at home, stuck with whatever is being forced by media or social media. Now, you're being force-fed, whether you mute words, whether you mute this, whether you mute that, whether you stop following people. It doesn't change the fact that because it's happening and everybody is talking about it because of how disgusting it is, you can't hide from it. So at some point you give in. I checked it out, I watched the video, and I don't want to just simply say, it was painful to watch, like the George Floyd video. It wasn't just painful to watch, it was disgusting because
I didn't watch it.
Precisely. Now, when I watched it, I wasn't thinking, it wasn't as simple as, they're treating another black person like this, because that's not what it's about. It's why they're treating this human like this. Like, and why are people watching someone else treating this human like this? Like, me being who I am, it doesn't matter what I think I'm capable of or not. I'm sorry, I can't be around that and do nothing. I don't care about being arrested.
Can you imagine
that don't mean nothing?
How conflicted the that videoed it must be.
Inside? But I feel like there's a lot of Americans that felt like they did the right thing just by recording that. Like,
but the main video.
Yeah.
Like, imagine being that person you're recording, and it is 5 policemen, so it's not like you can just run over and start pushing them about. But you've now recorded a video.
Let's be honest. You and I both know if that was me on the floor, you're gonna charge.
I'm not recording. Yeah,
you're charging.
Yeah, but
I'm saying from a personal experience. Like, if I'm on the floor like that and I'm screaming, I can't breathe. At that point, you don't care if there's 9, 10, 25 policemen. You're gonna be trying to stop them from killing me because you feel like.
Which is my point.
This is what humans should be doing for other humans.
Which is my point. Like, the confliction in the person that filmed it, like, at the point where you should have been helping him, and saved his life, but now you not doing that and recording has changed the world and probably pushed forward a movement that
I don't want to say it's made it better, but
it's given traction to a movement that's not going to stop.
If they didn't record that whole 9 minutes of the video, which is how long the fucking video was, I don't think this would be where it was or where it is now. Like, I've literally right now. Before, it used to be.
That's what I'm saying. With Black Lives Matter is so big now because everyone's seen that video, and now no matter. I mean, we can't say there's like. Obviously, there's been other incidents since, but there's now been like 3, 4, 5 incidents that are also on video. And it's just like there's no way back now. Listen, it's not going back to how it is.
Oh yeah, it's never going back to how it just was. But the most fucked thing was when I watched that. Obviously, it started the whole trending. It started everything like that, and I was like, I sat there and I was just scrolling through something, and I see a video that I didn't realize happened, and it's like if. For instance, like, you know, like me and you, we talk near enough daily. I think we talk daily just because of everything else we do in it on our day-to-day basis. But obviously, you know, when it comes to like terror ain't in our everyday circles of stuff. So for instance, he might see it and not say nothing, and then we don't see him, so we don't know nothing, right? But I see the video of the George Floyd thing, and then I was kind of angry and all of that shit. But I was like, let me just watch some other things to kind of balance out what's going on. And obviously, the people that was posting or reposting the George Floyd were reposting other stuff like the Breonna Taylors and the other, you know, I'm not sure of all of the names. Like there was I think Trayvon Martin. There was a few people to name. That this is only in America as well, yeah. But a man went jogging and got shot by another civilian. George Floyd being killed by the police officer is one thing because he was trying to, you know, stop him from whatever else. Like, even though it's wrong on every aspect, the police don't have the right to do that, but they may believe they have the right to do that, right? A black guy goes jogging, the assumption from the civilian was he's running away from doing crime. Mm-hmm. So they shot him. He died. So during this has happened during quarantine where everyone is stuck at home and people want to progress or at least look after their... Bro, like, it's a mess. It's a mess. Do you think that guy's even... Like, it's disgusting.
We can protest and everything in the UK, but America is just the Wild West, and it's like... It's the same with the guy, and I can't remember his name, but the guy that two officers were trying to... It's haunted.
Yeah.
2 officers were trying to arrest a black guy in a car park, and he fought them off and grabbed one of their tasers and then just dropped it and started running away, and they just shot him in the back and killed him. And it's like, we can change and protest and everything here, but America is just different.
Oh yeah, it's a different ball game.
You can't compete with just walking past a random person on the street and they might have a gun.
Yeah. Because
I've learned since like the whole thing that there's 2 different types of gun licenses.
Like what?
You can have a open gun license where your gun is on show, walking around, or a like concealed weapon license.
So it could be locked away in your car or in a safe,
or behind your shirt.
Oh, so then
under your jacket.
I didn't even know that.
You could just walk past someone and they might have a gun here in their jacket,
and you don't know.
And already we've seen, like, even in the UK, we see with the police, if you give someone too much power,
they don't know what to do with it.
We're just humans.
Yeah.
There's certain situations you can put humans in and they're gonna fuck up.
I'm not gonna lie.
And if they've got too much power in their hand or too much authority over someone, they're gonna fuck up with it.
They're gonna use it.
They're gonna abuse it.
Yeah, they're gonna abuse it. I'm not gonna lie.
You see the video of the guy that got stopped at the petrol station and he had his kid in his hand, and one policeman was taking the kid out of his hand and they tasered him and he just hit the floor.
Yeah, I see
in front of his kid.
Yeah, I see that one.
It's like there's better ways to do this, and it's just
there's always better ways to deal with a lot of situations. But imagine this, yeah. Like, I don't want to sit there and say that, you know, we're right or we're wrong or whatever. I just want to look at it from a point of view that, can you really justify your behavior in that situation? If you're born and raised to feel like that's what that side over there looked like, you don't know how to defend or actually act around it. That doesn't justify your behavior. But there should be some sort of mental protocol or test that devises how much power you should be given. Do you understand?
I already said this a couple of weeks ago. I don't know how
half of these guys are feds, bro.
If I want to get a job on a construction site, I have to do like 6 different tests and have like CSCS
about 4 different licenses,
health and safety. But the police don't have like physical training, mental.
They need
like
mental
psychiatric evaluations.
Yes, that's it. That's like, what it is.
The guy that the officer that actually killed George Floyd had 12 previous complaints on him.
He also
with no discipline.
He used to work with him for 17 years as security. So it's like that just comes across like a personal problem, which then makes the whole problem even bigger, because how can someone that has a personal problem with someone then go to the extent of killing them and then they're not going to jail for it?
Well,
it doesn't.
He has.
Well, now.
But
initially,
if there was no camera that day, it would have been another note on his
it'd be 13
on his profile saying
13
complaints, no discipline.
But this is,
who knows what those other 12 complaints were.
What about? Yeah, no.
Every single one of those complaints could have been a complaint of like physical abuse to black people, but he's had no discipline.
Yeah,
and then this is the one that broke the straw that broke the camel's back.
I think that comes down to how the state, how the town, however it works in America. Obviously, there's usually someone that's in control that kind of sets what is good, what isn't good, and then like how as police departments, everything's based on fucking what percentages and crime and everything's statistics.
Different states and everything.
So everything's statistics based, and even if that's what the predominant of the criminals are, it doesn't change the fact that you're actually turning a blind eye to other stuff when you're going out there and killing someone. Whatever in it, now, when from our point of view, we're across the seas and we're seeing that guys are running up and burning police stations down. Why do you think they're doing that when people are given power that shouldn't be given the power to begin with? It should be 2 civilians, then he can actually defend himself enough for that not to happen. Do you know what I mean? There's so many different scenarios and all of this shit, but America is a whole different board game. But
America's a write-off.
Yeah,
it's a write-off.
But it's we still experience it here, which is what we need to focus and work on. Do you know what I mean? I'm not just gonna stop doing things or trying things or living my life just because I'm black, because that's just stupid. And I'm not gonna raise my kids to feel like that. But I am gonna raise them with more education than I got raised with, based on my experiences. I'm not gonna go on like my mum did, show me the levels.
It did, when it first all happened, it actually upset me, because part of me believed that our generation was more woke, and I felt like it was the generation above us. That's again another write-off. I feel like our generation, enough of us had grown up and been taught how to treat people right.
Yeah, but
see it all come out, and I was like,
that's based on hope.
I was so wrong. And even now, it's like, okay, so we're now going to teach our kids how we think, but then there's so many other people that are still going to grow up
wrong. The word is wrong. They're going to grow up wrong.
Not around the right environment to have any other views than what their parents have. Hey, what's going on, people? So unfortunately, the last 7 or 8 minutes of this week's episode was corrupted and there's no way to fix it. Basically, we went on just to say how disappointed we are that so many people's mindset and attitude towards this whole situation is still so wrong, and how so many people still need to get educated on the whole thing. We basically finished up by just saying, now more than ever, we're going to take it upon ourselves, and we hope everyone else can as well, to support and uplift everyone around us, whether that be friends or family or black-owned businesses or, anyone that's trying to do something positive out there. We're going to look to support them how we can. I did go on to back that, and I did want to shout out a certain project that someone I know has just started based in Essex called the Ethnic Minority Project. It's just started. She's still looking for like followers on Insta and stuff like that. So I did want to shout her out now, and I'll put the link to her Instagram page down below. Other than that, everyone at Hennything Goes hopes everyone's doing okay right now. You know, it's coming to the end of lockdown, or so it looks like. But it's easy to let yourself feel down with everything going on. Just seems like a lot of situations have happened at once, and it might pile on for some people, but all of us at Hennything Goes hope everyone's doing okay, and hopefully we'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching, guys.